Once everything is set, once everything that you need to get done is set, like you got the income for the equipment, you're buying it one item at a time. Once you have everything set up where you can stream, once you're respecting the laws and understanding you have to respect the laws, once everything is together where it's going to literally happen, you also gotta find content that's interesting. You gotta find something that's interesting, something that'll catch people's eyes, but also something that won't make you laughing stock of the internet. Of course. Because let's face it, a lot of us make fun of that stuff. Even me. Like I have literally the oblivious, inept society to make fun of every idiot. This is including Jack Doherty, Johnny Somali, Ice Poseidon, the freaking idiots that call themselves queers for Palestine. I will goddamn cover those morons too. As a gay person, I have the actual right to do this right now. Because I'm telling you, from my perspective, I look at this and I'm like, oh, fuck, you're all going to get us killed. That's basically my idea. But I will make fun of the morons that just make themselves, like they think they're up here, but they're literally a lot sub lower than they think. But that is a content that is blowing up now, is reactions. And the one thing I've learned is that a lot of people like reaction videos. A lot of people like that content. But I also like to literally divulge into all this stupid bullshit I see and put my perspective of it, but in a comedic way. Like, I'm not going to go like, you're an retard, like that stuff. No, I'm going to be like, no. I'm going to be like, really just poking fun of it, but in a non-really mean way. Like, it might come off a little mean, but it's not going to come off horrifically mean. Now, content that usually goes well with people, it's kind of like perspectives. Some people like it. Like, that is something. Music's another. Like, there's many different kinds of music around. You can find some that clicks with you, makes you jive to it, and makes you feel good about it. You know what? That's good. That is you. You find something that works for you. Like, honestly, there's so much different ways you can have content. You could do technically IRL, but you just do IRL where you're not causing the police to come and arrest your ass. That is at least my take on that. Like, I'm doing IRL on at least Kick and the Kick's channel that's lined with my actual YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll do IRL on that, but it's not going to be disruptive. I'm just going to go out to a park and enjoy nature with y'all. And that's all good. Like, you could do reaction videos. You don't have to be particularly happy all the time. You can be mad about something. You can say what's on your mind. People will respect that. People will respect a perspective that is honest and, like, straightforward. Or you can have comedic moments. You can have whatever. Hell, if you want a podcast, sure, I will tell you. You have to have guests all the time. You gotta have flow with your content. It has to be all the time technically, and you also have to have you have to interview people a little bit more. And that's really the thing about podcasts that people don't tell you, is that you must actually interview people, because your content is dry if you have a podcast. Like, and it's just nothing to it. I mean, exceptions to this is that one dude that does like several different channels that is all like true crime and stuff and all that, or Mr. Baldwin. Mr. Baldwin's also a good podcast. But people like them can get away with not needing interviews because that's an actual, it's like a true life drama, true crime stuff. Yeah, true crime podcast, you don't actually need an interview per se. But if you're like, I don't want to use any of the ones in my head right now because they're scumbags, like actual scumbags. Well, for lack of honest to God's thought pattern on this, and this is my examples. Do not repeat their bullshit, though. Hawk to a girl, fucking fresh and fit. Don't follow those morons and do their kind of content. Exactly what their content is. But, like, you can see they interview people. They go into, like, interviews and they talk about something and they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That is a podcast. It's just that kind of style podcast is what that style podcast is. Now, honestly, podcasts are a great place if you have the equipment, if you have the money, if you have the contacts of the creds to honestly talk to people that are credible, because for God's sake, it would be a piss poor podcast if you like you're I'm going to do this one. This is a joke, so here we go. You want to know the worst podcast idea possible to ever do? Is literally do a Mastercourse podcast interviewing the best of the film industry and film production and film, all that, and then you get Kathleen Kennedy to do the interview with. There you go. It's that disastrous. Yes, I have given all my nerd friends and fans absolute PTSD at that idea, and I'm so sorry, but I had to do it. Just imagine, you call like someone to interview about the greatness of Star Wars, and you get fucking Kathleen Kennedy to sit down in your damn room and literally interview her. Fuck that. No. So, remember, content's great, but you have to think about what your audience particularly wants, what you can at least capitalize on, and what you're an expert in. And then you have an easier time, and then it becomes fun and not a job. Remember, work a day in your life, but also have fun with what you do. There you go. Next one. Have a good one.